All right, I'm ready for the first six-pack of the year.
It is an honor and a pleasure to be back for another year of football, providing these six-packs. And obviously, as always, I appreciate you, Lee, for giving me the platform to even be able to put this stuff out here. But
I appreciate you.
On that note, let's get into it, man. I'm really excited about this season. Football is here. I can already smell the brats, the fucking beer spilling.
Did you smell brat?
Yeah, well, bratwurst. How about that?
You said brat's the worst friend in the locker room?
No, I did not say that. I think you're putting words into my mouth. Come on, CNN, stop it. Nonetheless, let's kick this thing off.
Let's get it.
With what I believe to be maybe the biggest steal of the day. And the line has changed since the start of what it was 2 days ago. So I'll just go based on the lines today that I see.
Okay.
We're going to start with Cincinnati at Arkansas. They've got it at -7. Honestly, I have no qualm in taking the -7. I'm going to buy the half a point just in case it is a touchdown game, but easy peasy clear. And if you've got a good enough bookie or a place where you can go ahead and take the 9.5, I'd even up it to that. I don't see how they don't beat them by double digits. So let's go ahead and let's roll with Arkansas -6.5. I'm buying the half a point just because I hate pushes. But I think that -7 is great, and I would take even over that. So fuck it, -7. Fuck it. They're going to beat them by more than a touchdown. -7 Arkansas. Give it to me.
Let's get it.
They're returning. Cincinnati, as we kind of spoke about earlier in the show, Cincinnati's lost a ton of talent off that team. Sauce Gardner, Kobe Bryant, Desmond Ridder, Alec Pierce. Enough said. Arkansas is returning a lot. They're a program that's clearly on the rise. They're in the SEC. Great team at home. Easy. Easiest bet of the week. Next, I've got Troy at Mississippi. I think that Jackson Dart and Lane are going to cook up something. Some believe that Jackson Dart might be more talented than Matt Corral, and clearly Matt Corral's NFL career looks like it's not going to last very long. But they got the spread at -21.5. We're going to buy the point and make it -20.5 just because, like I said, I don't like the idea of stuff not being even. I like, touchdown numbers as opposed to, they could win by 23 and it covers, but no, let's just do it by 21. So -20.5, Mississippi. They should bulldoze Troy. Next, we got Bowling Green at UCLA. Bowling Green might be the worst team in the MAC. There's not too much I'd really know about this UCLA team other than the idea that everybody's looking ahead to them going to the Big Ten, kind of on the coattail of USC. But Chip Kelly is still the coach there. And I remember last year when they played Hawaii in the first game, they beat the dog shit out of them, as we saw Vanderbilt beat the shit out of Hawaii 62-10. So I expect a similar result here. Bowling Green is really bad. They're like literally the worst team in the MAC. Give me UCLA -23. Next, we got Georgia State at South Carolina. The spread is 12.5. We're going to go with another favorite, the favorite in the game here on the spread too. Let me get South Carolina -12.5. I think that Spencer's going to be ready, locked and loaded. I like what Frank Beamer's got. I think that they've got a lot of momentum carrying from last year, and they got the tight end from Oklahoma too to follow Spencer. He was pretty damn good at Oklahoma last year. He didn't get benched like Spencer did, but at the same time, I really like the idea of them opening up against Georgia State's not as much of a slappy as we want to believe they are, but they still are a slappy. And I know that last year that they had a really good chance of beating Auburn, but Auburn it wasn't Bo Nix, it was the other guy, and they just
still there.
He might be the starter this year. Who knows?
He is. I don't know his name.
That coach is getting fired because the AD's leaving. And so he's done. He's already done. He's going to be a guy that's only been – they were rumors that he was going to get fired last year. But nonetheless, that's not South Carolina. I think that South Carolina is going to be the team in the East. Them and Tennessee are going to be the two teams in the East that pose any type of threat to Georgia. I think Georgia's comfortable. But at the same time, I really like this game to start off the season. So give me that -12.5. That's a super-duper favorable spread to start this off. Next, we're going to move it to Sunday night. We got Florida State at LSU. Florida State played last week against someone. think it was Bethune-Cookman. They beat the shit out of them as expected. I think that they covered the spread too. But
Florida State? No, they played. They didn't play
somebody.
HBCU, I don't think.
Okay. I know FAMU played UNC, but
UNC did not impress me, by the way, with FAMU and all the ineligible players.
No, they didn't.
Let's see. Who did they play last week?
It was a slappy for sure because the spread was like 44 or 40.
Stephen F. Austin?
Maybe. It might have been. But point being, we expected that. And even though they've already gotten a head start on everything and they've, played
Duquesne.
Okay. Oh, even worse, a basketball school that isn't even really a basketball school. But they're no more for basketball because they're in the A-10. And so let me get LSU here at home. I think that Brian Kelly does get this thing started off the right way. The game's at the Superdome, build it up a little bit more, but Bourbon Street's going to be rocking. I'd like to think that the Canal is going to be rocking. I think that everything is
Hold on, you said that game is Sunday?
Yeah, it's a Sunday game.
Oh, I touched down in New Orleans on Sunday. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. But give me LSU. I like LSU. Brian Kelly can do more with that talent than Ed Orgeron did, even though they might not be where they want to be yet. I just don't foresee – Florida State isn't back. So this is the type of game where they would get a marquee win, and it's just not going to happen. Not on the road in a de facto road game.
Yeah.
Give me LSU money line. And then finally, I was teetering between two of them, but there's one I just like a little bit more than the other. Clemson at Georgia Tech. This is gonna be a first half bet. I like Clemson minus 12.5 first half against Georgia Tech. I think that Georgia Tech is gonna have to get rid of Jeff Collins here soon, and it's not at his fault. I think it's because he took over a program that ultimately was running the option for almost a decade. And to make that type of transition to try and run a pro-style offense and get your guys in, he's in like year 4 or year 5. I just think that the reality is that there hasn't been enough results. They just lost their top running back to Alabama. He's a star. Jahmyr Gibbs is a star at Alabama now. It doesn't look good. The optics don't look good. And at the end of the day, your school is still in Midtown in Atlanta. And this is a very appealing place to sell to a college kid, I think.
Yeah, I've been in Magic City before.
Me too. Might take a gander down it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, man. Well, Parlay Pete, that's your first 6-pack. So we're taking Arkansas minus 7.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking Ole Miss minus 20.5.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking UCLA minus 23.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking South Carolina Gamecocks, the Cock Warriors, the cockamamie bullshit.
The Commanders.
Cock Commanders. There we go.
Oh, they were supposed to be the Cock Commanders.
Bro, would have loved it. Minus 12.5.
Yeah.
Paul, do you think they call us the Cock Commanders because we command so much cock around here?
Or we just get so much cock?
LSU money line, and then Clemson minus 12.5 first half versus Georgia Tech.
Yes, sir. That sounds great to me.
Hey, man, Parlay Pete, it's been an absolute pleasure. Stay on the line real quick. But it's been a great show, and look forward to next week talking NFL. We get 2 6-packs next week, man. We're going to get the viewers drunk.
Yeah, we're going to get them drunk, and, we're going to be throwing beers at them like they're Stone Cold Steve Austin on the top rope.
And hopefully they get paid, baby. Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about.